my name is Katie Kapler, and I'm here today to talk to you about InScribe. InScribe is designed to help institutions scale high-quality academic support for their students. Studies show that students who receive high levels of academic support and intervention are 50% more likely to graduate, and that's a big deal in our country, where only about a third of students even make it to sophomore year, and only about half of them graduate. It really matters to institutions as well. For four-year institutions in the United States, the cost of attrition is $16.5 billion every year. So what we need is a way to provide more academic support for students, but without increasing costs for the organization. And that's what InScribe does. But let's look at an example. So here's Derek working on his math homework, and he is stuck. He does not get it. What is he going to do? Well, he could wait until class 2 days from now. That's not very convenient. He could Google it and sift through the millions of responses looking for something helpful. Or he could do what most students do and email his instructor. So let's meet Derek's instructor, Alyssa. She's teaching his class of 25, but like many instructors, she doesn't have one class, she has 5 classes. So she's not teaching 25 students, she's teaching 125 students. And inevitably, her inbox is filled with questions from students like Derek who desperately need her help. But she can't possibly provide them all the level of attention that they need exactly when they need it. That's where InScribe comes in. InScribe connects communities of students and educators to provide context-specific, highly scalable support when and where students need it most. InScribe integrates directly into an institution's existing digital curriculum. So when Derek was working through that content and got stuck, he would have easy access to launch InScribe information. Derek's going to get access initially to 2 areas. First is the knowledge bank. So these are supplemental resources that have been created or curated by the support community. They're things that these educators know are useful for students in learning this material. Second, Derek gets access to the Q&A repository. So these are all the questions that the students before him have had and the answers that the support community have provided. But not just students in his class section. This is across all class sections, term over term, and year over year. And as Derek interacts with this content, he can provide feedback to us on what's helpful or not. For many students, accessing these 2 tools is going to be enough to get them the answer that they need. But that won't be true in every case. And so Derek also has an opportunity to engage with the support community. He can either submit a question to be answered by that community, or in certain circumstances, he could launch directly into a chat or video conference if a resource is available. Now, I keep talking about the support community. What do I really mean by that? Well, the truth is it already exists at most institutions. Whether it's instructors teaching multiple sections in a big online program, or graduate students who are helping support a large freshman course, tutoring centers, even students themselves. These resources exist, but they're acting as individuals. What InScribe does is it connects these individuals and allows them to act as a team. So now this team of support resources is supporting the entire student population around a particular topic area, building a body of knowledge that can make students more successful over time. And InScribe is also providing feedback to the institution and educator about their students and their content. When a student launches InScribe, it's the virtual equivalent of raising your hand and saying, I don't get it. So we know when students are getting stuck well before they ever take their first exam or submit their first paper. And we're also seeing where in the core learning materials students seem to be getting tripped up. So we can identify gaps in that core learning material as well as the supplemental resources that were helpful, which creates a nice feedback loop for an institution to continue to improve what they're doing in the core learning experience. InScribe is supported by a team who has spent their entire career in higher ed and ed tech. We have built solutions that have provided online learning for millions of students every year. And we also have built really innovative new technologies, one of which got our then company named by Fast Company as one of the top 10 most innovative education companies in the world. We launched earlier this year with Arizona State University, specifically in support of the Global Freshman Academy Algebra course. Within 7 weeks, we had over 1,000 students coming into our product. We had 5,500 items viewed out of the knowledge bank, and we had 45% of those students providing feedback to us on which of those resources were useful or not. And ASU's already taken action based on that feedback to create better content for their students. We're also talking to 4 of the top 10 largest online programs for adoption of InScribe next year. So we have a great traction and great trajectory and an opportunity for excellent revenue growth in 2017. Thank you so much. I look forward to speaking with you.